Good morning, Chargers. It is Monday, March 10th, 2025. Welcome to Charger Current News. I'm Grady.
And I'm Olivia. Let's get into today's news. How about we start with the weather for this week with Ryan and Isabella.
Hi, this is Izzy.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is this week's weather.
And on Monday, we'll have a high of 65 and a low of 45.
On Tuesday, there's a high of 71 and a low of 51.
On Wednesday, we'll have a high of 66 and a low of 41.
On Thursday, it's a high of 61 and a low of 30.
On Friday, we'll have a high of 59 and a low of 40.
On Saturday, there's a high of 54 and a low of 31.
On Sunday, we'll have a high of 44 and a low of 28.
Back to the studio.
Looks like an amazing day to go outside on Tuesday.
Let's have a look at the lunch for this week.
Monday's lunch will be chicken teriyaki and rice.
Tuesday's lunch will be spaghetti sauce with meat and a breadstick.
Wednesday it will be breaded or grilled chicken patty sandwiches.
We'll be having the taco bowl with tater tots and shredded pork.
On Friday, we will be having pizza.
Some good lunches this week to look forward to. Sports with Carter and Amelia is up next.
Monday, March 10th, girls 7th and 8th grade basketball will play at home against Crawfordsville.
Tuesday, March 11th, wrestling will be having county at North Montgomery Middle School.
Wednesday, the 12th, swim and dive will play Lebanon at North.
Monday, March 15th, wrestling will have the Sagamore Conference at South.
Make sure you come to our last game today at home against Crawfordsville to see us have a chance to win county. Up next, there's interviews with Andrew and Brandon.
And what would you do if you were president?
I'd have like a big sports day where everybody would just have to watch sports and play sports.
Okay, and I gotta ask, what would you do if you were principal for a day?
Just have a fun day and go outside and stuff.
What is one thing that you have to say to the world right now?
Just have fun.
And what is one thing that you would do for this school?
Just have a lot of free time and don't get homework every night.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Drake.
Now, I have a question for you. If you were principal for one day, what would you do?
I'd rule the world.
Okay.
I give out.
Wait, I don't have a microphone.
I give out McDonald's to literally every student in the hospital. I'm like Donald Trump. He's huge, very huge.
And what is one thing that you think could make our school better?
Don't give out homework.
Okay. And what is one message you have to give out to all the students in this school?
Don't give up on your education system, I guess.
Okay. Thank you for the interview, my man.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting interview.
This day in history, joke, and trivia is with Cooper and Cameron.
My name's Cameron.
And this is Cooper with trivia.
What was the last state to join the U.S.?
Hawaii?
Correct. What's the longest river in the world?
The Nile River.
Correct. What's the most populated country in the world?
China.
Correct. Thank you. My name is Cameron, and this is This Day in History. In 1864, President Lincoln signed Ulysses S. Grant's commission to command the U.S. Army. In 1876, the first speech was transmitted by the telephone from Alexander Graham Bell.
This is Joke of the Week with Cooper. Why was the broom late for work? It overswept. How do you make a witch itch? Take the W out.
That was some hard trivia and a really funny joke.
Hot Topic is next with Easton and Sophia.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles, and why?
Waffles because they are good and they look cool design.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles, and why?
I prefer pancakes because they're more softer to eat.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles, and why?
I'd say pancakes because they taste better.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles, and why?
I prefer waffles just because they're better.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles, and why?
Waffles because, the holes in the waffles holds the syrup.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles and why?
Pancakes because they're easier to make.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles and why?
Pancakes because they taste they taste better, I guess.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles and why?
Waffles because I like that the syrup fills in the little squares. It's perfect.
Do you prefer pancakes or waffles and why?
Waffles because you can add all those delicious toppings to them and make them dessert.
Now I'm hungry.
Personally, I think waffles are just way better.
I say both are equal to me. Also, this Thursday is Pie Day. Make sure to buy some tickets to get a chance to pie a teacher in the face. Tickets are on sale this week and are $1 a ticket.
Coming up on April 26th is the Spring Fling dance at 6 to 8 p.m. in the cafe. Tickets will go on sale mid-April. That's all
for this week, Chargers. Tune in next week for more.
5, 4, 3.
Make sure you come to our last game today against... Make sure you come to our last game today against... Oh my gosh, I keep saying against home. At home against... Okay. Oh my gosh. Interviews with Andrew and Brandon. Okay. Make sure you come to our game. Okay. Come to our last game today at home against Crawfordsville to see us have a chance to win county. Up next is interviews with Andrew and...
We're going to make an amazing blooper video.